5, 4, 3, 2.
It's pretty amazing the cast of iCarly has stayed so highly recognizable, despite struggling to act in many or any culturally relevant roles outside of Nickelodeon. There are a few exceptions, and there was some success before Dan Schneider, but ever since he got his grubby claws on these kids, it's mostly just been bad. I'm Curtis, and I'm going to be looking at the bad post-Nickelodeon movies of the iCarly cast, including Gibby, so that you don't have to. Some of these films actually surprised me, and this ended up being a really fun video to make. So if at any point you're enjoying yourself, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. And let's just get started with checking out Noah Monk, aka Gibby.
Hi, ma'am. I'm Gibby.
She doesn't speak English.
I'm still Gibby.
Who I'm probably the most excited to see, and his post-iCarly career, so let's do it. The first Gibby movie is Nicky Deuce, and it's like a weird cross between The Sopranos, the Rockstar game Bully, and that episode of The Office where Michael Scott thinks his Italian insurance salesman is part of the mafia.
And for you, sir?
I will have the gabagool.
For the record, not all Italian Americans are in the mafia.
Gibby has to move from his rich private school with his parents to the streets of Brooklyn with his Italian family. I like this framing here. It does such a good job at making Gibby look small. And look at this other shot right after where he's clearly like the same height as his parents. Also, this is such a realistic look at how young boys pretend they don't care about girls when they're together. Oh, and it's Coach John from Blue Mountain State. Anyways, I don't have much to say about Nicky Deuce. It's a good kids movie. I wish I saw it when I was a kid. I probably would have really liked it.
This is so good. What do you call this?
Spaghetti and meatballs?
Oh.
Gibby's an entertaining actor. Just Before I Go is a pretty heavy movie, actually, about this dude that gets depressed and wants to... But first, he has a My Name is Earl style list of wrongs that he needs to make right. So he moves in with his cop brother back in his hometown to make amends with people from his past.
Okay, fam, damnly.
There's a lot going on in this movie, a lot of fun little side plots to do with race and sexuality and weight and infidelity. It's pretty awesome. There's even this part where Kristen Wiig sneaks into her brother-in-law's room because she's a sleep masturbator. Even though there are funny parts, honestly, too many of the jokes weren't landing for me to really love this, but it was still really entertaining.
It was twice the legal limits.
Twice in legal minute?
But also, Gibby is barely in this movie. He's in flashbacks as the main character's bully, and the modern day version of him is Rob Riggle, which is actually pretty perfect. He kinda is like the adult Gibby. And I've been seeing Rob Riggle pretty often in movies while making my videos, and I like him more and more every time I see him. He's really good.
Dad? Daddy? Go to standard 10, call 911!
I thought you were here to kill him.
So Gibby's next movie is Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, as told, of course, by Mark Twain here. Can you guess who that is? 'Cause I can't tell at all that that's Val Kilmer. Also, I thought this was Billy Joel until he spoke.
Brothers and sisters of the congregation.
Anyways, I know I read this book as a kid, but I don't really remember anything about it. So I really can't say how good of an adaptation this is or anything, but I just thought it was boring, and all of the acting was really bad. Jake T. Austin sucks at doing this southern accent.
Oh, damn. Now, Tom, you know we got to keep a lid on this.
Everyone sucks at acting except Gibby, who's Ben Rogers. He's kind of a bully again, and Tom Sawyer tricks Gibby into thinking painting a fence is fun and doing it for him.
Come on, you're really trying to tell me that you're having fun?
I'm having the time of my life.
Could I,
And Gibby's next movie is Vikes, about a Scandinavian high schooler who decides his high school mascot, the Vikings, is racist towards his heritage.
You don't care about the Vikings.
Are you saying Norwegians aren't easily offended?
I'm saying Norwegians aren't a downtrodden people.
But we can dogpile the Redskins? Are Indians a downtrodden people?
So him and Sydney Sweeney start a petition to get their school's name and mascot changed. This movie actually is weird as hell.
But don't we kick their boompas without our help anyhow?
Wait, Boompas?
Their boompas?
What is that? I would just assume it's like a childish way to say but seconds later, this kid says ass and pussy, so...
Badass pussies.
So what does Boompas mean?
Boompas Boompas?
Well, Gibby is once again the high school bully, and he's dating Sydney Sweeney. And if that wasn't unbelievable enough, he's also cheating on her with another girl.
Hey, bae. How's it going?
So, like 20 minutes into the movie, this scene comes out of absolutely nowhere. I can't even describe it for you. I just have to show it to you.
Cracker, empty your pockets and give me your money.
I don't have any money. My face hurts.
And then, I'm not kidding, his dad immediately calls him a pussy.
You get bullied, son? No, you're a pussy.
And then it's just never brought up that he just got pistol whipped and almost robbed. Sadly though, that's like by far the highlight of the movie, even though it's only 20 minutes in. This movie starts wild and then becomes a surprisingly boring, slice of lifey, kind of racially charged high school romance, which is like reverse Whiplash after how bombastic and weird the first act was. And I'm sad to say that's already it for Gibby's filmography, so let's talk about Nathan Kress, better known as Freddy.
All right, girls, let's break us a world record. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2.
And these are some of the worst movies of the bunch. So let's get them out of the way. And in case you forgot, Freddy is iCarly's nerdy cameraman. And hilariously, in Into the Storm, Freddy's first role, he's again a cameraman. So this is like a horror tornado movie about these documentary makers that want the perfect footage of a tornado. So they chase one down and... This movie has some of the worst sound mixing I think I've ever heard. I don't know how they can even hear this and think it's good to release. The entire movie I was just holding the remote, and anytime a storm started I had to turn the volume way down, low enough that I couldn't actually hear anything except... So yeah, Freddy's not in this too much. He's really the little brother of one of the filmmakers. He has a few cringe lines, but he is not the worst actor in this movie. I don't know. This is a stereotypical natural disaster horror movie. It shouldn't even be classified as horror. It's not scary. It's not tense. It's not fun.
I was in a tornado, right? Yeah. And let me tell you, one word, it sucked. But I was like getting sucked up.
But this is Rick's wife from The Walking Dead. And you may also recognize her from Prison Break. Remember that one show about Eminem and Drake escaping jail together? Alright, on to Freddy's next movie, which is Tell Me How I Die. Another terrible, cringe horror movie for teenagers. These kids are selected for a clinical research trial where they're on some experimental drugs that let them see into the future. And really all they see is each other dying and stuff. This movie's weird. This pool scene especially was unbearable. And Freddy sucks at acting. His name is...
Den Ferguson.
Den?
Yeah, like a comfy room or a shelter for woodland animals.
And this is like the simplest line you can possibly deliver, and he makes it sound so awkward and forced.
We have to go upstairs.
We have to go upstairs. For a bad adolescent slasher movie, at least it was fairly interesting trying to figure out what was happening. And the setting's kind of cool, and the cast is actually pretty interesting. There's obviously Bad Boy Freddy.
What are you waiting for?
But also the FBI agent from Rush Hour, Ethan Peck from Jay Stone's Nothing Left to Fear, and Mariah Carey's Tennessee. If you've watched my other videos, you'll probably remember those. Also the threesome girl from that Mitchell Musso movie, Bachelor Lions. This guy, Ryan Higa.
You're not even my real dad.
And there's a girl from the TV show Chuck here at the bar, where I also didn't recognize the bartender until he made this specific face. And then I immediately recognized him as one of the kids from Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. Sometimes I'm just cracked at recognizing random faces from movies and shows that I grew up watching. Oh yeah, there's also some dude named Curtis.
That wasn't 5 minutes, Curtis!
So yeah, the cast is kind of recognizable, but not good. And this movie just has the most god-awful writing and acting. The ending of the movie 2 is so unbelievably stupid. They're trying to outsmart their visions of the future, leading to this.
Did you see that coming?
Are you ready to see the worst fucking movie I've ever watched?
I've heard of online dating, but this is redonkulous.
Yeah, this is a Brent Rivera YouTube original movie. How did we as a species let this happen? There's also these other 3 internet celebrities. I don't really remember who they are, but I do recognize them from Vine or Vine era YouTube maybe. Josh Peck has a little cameo in this movie too.
What's up, guys? It's Barry the Beatboxer. Heard you need a little entertainment.
And also, Dirt Nasty is in it for some reason. But on to why it's so bad. Over and over throughout the movie, a song will start playing, and then the whole song will just play while nothing happens, and try-hard fuckboy pop music and slow-mo montage shots of Brent Rivera. And the song selections suck, and listen to how horrible the dialogue audio is, especially in this classroom. It sounds like they're in a giant empty warehouse.
Miley tweeted about it once, and it kind of blew up.
Well, why do you keep it a secret?
And unsurprisingly, it's one of the most cringe things you'll ever see.
Let me hit a lick.
So Freddy is Brent Rivera's older brother. He does a Steve Jobs sorta parody presentation thing.
Life.
And he also shows off some of his incredible dancing skills.
Gonna run all night, gonna run all day. I bet my money.
And that must have been what led him to getting his final role, the next movie we're looking at, Breaking Brooklyn, where Freddy's bad actor little brother is a prodigy New York dancer kid. This movie weirdly reminds me so much of Jim Carrey's The Majestic. It's just a lot simpler and about dancing instead of cinema. This is actually a fairly good movie, I think, or it's at least a lot better than any of Freddy's other movies.
Sure know you want it, papi. Come on.
It's annoyingly dramatic, it's a little bit Hallmarky, and it kind of feels like a TV drama you'd flip to on a Sunday and then accidentally watch because there's nothing else on. Yeah, it feels like a bad 90s or 2000s movie, and when I remind myself that it was made in 2018, it makes it a lot worse. But anyways, Freddy is a brother for the 3rd time out of the 4 movies, and his little brother secretly loves to dance.
Bunch of grown-ass men. Prance and sing around it.
When their dad gets arrested, the school's dance teacher takes them in and of course starts teaching little bro how to dance in this rundown theater that they also renovate and reopen because the whole town misses the days of the theater. It's weird as hell. That's The Majestic. And this is also kind of a Christmas movie. There's a scene with Christmas caroling and some holiday music in the background of a few other scenes, but the movie would be the exact same if it was set in July.
Silent night.
God.
So that's it for Freddy's movie career. Pretty bad. Let's talk about Miranda Cosgrove, Carly herself.
You're Carly Shay, right?
Yeah, yes, I am. How do you know my name?
From your web show, iCarly.
Who, by the way, has definitely been the most successful post iCarly, based solely on her being in the Despicable Me movies. But I can't lie, looking at the rest of her career makes it seem like that casting choice was pure luck. For example, just after the first Despicable Me movie, Carly actually starred in another animated kids movie, A Mouse Tale. I could only find this movie in the worst warped quality, so I'm not going to make you see too much of it. But I'll let you listen to a little bit of Carly's mousy voice.
Nice try, Sam. How many times do I have to tell you? No casting spells when we're playing rock tag.
And by the way, her name in this movie is also Sam, which is kind of weird. Though one other thing I'll say about this movie is that something about this animation and how low quality it is actually really creepy. I don't like it. And these rats and bats and cats would have definitely all scared me as a kid. This movie doesn't even feel finished. It's like an early access game. So on to The Intruders, the first horror movie of this video. I know Freddy was in Into the Storm, but again, that didn't feel like a horror movie, so. First of all, the Google clone in this movie is called Glide Quest, which other than the G, they could not be more different. I don't get it. And the first 10 minutes of The Intruders is seriously Carly just somberly walking around the property that her and her dad just moved into with piano music playing.
Why is this furniture here?
And then, while she's in the shower, Austin Butler walks into her house and flirts with her a little.
Sorry again for the intrusion.
before hanging up a jump scare sheet in her basement, and some cheesy jump scares with these doll heads start happening. Carly tells her dad she's scared, and he investigates the house, finding nothing. That's when he asks her if she's been taking her meds. Uh-oh.
I want you to be honest with me.
So it's actually some schizo horror, kind of like that Allison Brie, Debbie Ryan movie Horse Girl. Well, that wasn't horror, but anyway, Austin Butler keeps coming around and invites Carly to this party, which is like maybe the dumbest, most unrealistic looking party I've ever seen in a movie. It looks like a fake version of the fake looking party in Biodome.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
And Miranda Cosgrove isn't good at acting either. This movie sucks. What's up with child actors so often getting progressively worse as they age? I remember even watching iCarly as a kid and thinking Miranda Cosgrove was way more believable as Megan in Drake and Josh. And she's even better than that in Schoolhouse Rock.
Morning, Summer. What's the matter?
You want me to be a groupie? I research groupies. They're sluts. They sleep with a band.
And the ending of this movie is kind of hilarious.
Stop crying! People get hurt when they cry.
Why are you doing this?
Because it's so much fun!
Alright, 3022 is a spaceship movie that's sorta cool, or at least it might have been if anything interesting or unique happened in it. It just feels way too derivative of Alien and The Thing. This space crew is waiting to get rescued by their Earth team, and things start going wrong, and they start dying one by one. Carly dies first, only 20 minutes into the movie, so...
Oh my God.
Also, they're all obsessed with cigarettes.
These things will kill you. Back online, then I want him. Okay.
These things will kill you.
On to North Hollywood. I really enjoyed North Hollywood. It feels so rejuvenating to finally watch like an awesome movie. I watched it while my girlfriend was at work, and when she came home, I made her rewatch it with me. It's a movie about a high school skater that's trying to go pro and his friendships along the way. Vince Vaughn is great as the dad. He says the most dad-like things I've ever heard in a movie.
Are you wearing a sweater and shorts?
What?
Why are you wearing pants?
You can wear shorts and a sweater.
That doesn't make any sense. Wear pants and a shirt.
Like, he's just trying his best to help, but going about it in the completely wrong way. My parents would especially appreciate this scene.
Son, the water is supposed to stay in the shower.
My entire life, there has been water on this floor when I get out of the shower.
I've showered my whole life and it's longer than yours. This can ruin the floor. This is a problem. Look at this. It's terrible. This is terrible. It's a lack of respect. Show me how you shower. I want to watch this ritual.
Get in the shower, turn the water on.
Or you just sit there with the shower open? What do you think the curtain's for?
Close the shower curtain.
You're a genius. Maybe we should forget about college.
There's some fun names in this movie too. Blake Anderson is a security guard. Tom Papa, the bread master, is Carly's dad. Minnie Mac Miller from Euphoria is in this movie too. Rest in peace. And also Britta.
Oh, Britta's in this?
So Carly herself is the main character's love interest. It's pretty surprising how well she passes for a high schooler, considering this movie's like 10 years after iCarly, where she was a high schooler.
I don't know anything about rocks.
They're called stones.
No, they're called rock stones. Carly's acting has actually leveled up too. In the space movie just before this, I also thought she seemed better, but she was in that movie so little it was hard to tell. Also, the music in this movie is dope too. This is a nice soundtrack, super classy. I'd expect a lot of modern hip hop for a modern skate movie, but no, it's a lot of like old rock and roll, not rock and roll and doo-wop. This movie was just a lot of fun and relatably funny. I've literally had this happen to me.
Hey, don't pass mission.
What, I can't hit it?
Yeah, I don't want to say too much more because for once I genuinely am recommending a movie. Go check this out. And we're straight back to the dog shit. Drugstore June is an Esther Pavitsky movie. I only know who this girl is because she partly helped expose Brendan Schaub a few years ago for some of the funniest internet drama ever.
Behind the scenes threatening to sue us.
So I thought she was cool for that, but that's all I knew about her. Honestly, this movie makes me just hate her.
I am gonna diagnose you as an incel.
This is just a horribly unfunny movie. It's all like social media and internet jokes that would have been dated if this movie was 10 years old, but it's only a year old. The only slight fun I had watching this movie was seeing some of the cast pop up in their roles. Bobby Lee is a pharmacist, Bill Burr is a doctor, Adam Sandler's wife is a detective, and I only recognize the little brother Brandon Wardell because of Cumtown.
Brandon, why does your car have a vanity plate that's just the N word? With an extra R on the end, so everyone knows that you're serious.
And he was also recently on an episode of Hive Mind. But he's in this movie playing High on Life, which is awesome. I love that game. There's also Trevor Wallace and Bad Baby that work at this dispensary. And then, of course, Carly, who's dating Haley Joel Osteen. Honestly, Bad Baby's line delivery here was the only thing I laughed at in this whole abysmal movie.
Told me you might be the right person to get the hot gossip from. Which dumbass told you that?
And so we arrive at Miranda Cosgrove's most recent movie, Mother of the Bride, where Carly is getting married and finds out her mom used to date her new fiance's dad. Drama ensues.
Wait, you two know each other?
I wish I had more to say about this movie, but I hate romance movies, especially when the only thing happening is the romance. It's just not interesting to me. Carly's mom is Brooke Shields, who was also Hannah Montana's mom and Mila Kunis's mom. Yeah, it's just not interesting to me. I'd rather watch another bad movie. So let's go ahead and move on to the worst career of the iCarly cast. Jerry Trainer, better known, of course, as Spencer.
Say hello to my big brother, Spencer.
Yo!
And always easily my favorite part of that show. The way he would deliver some of his lines just live rent-free in my head till this day.
Galini's Pie Shop.
Pie for breakfast?
No, don't say pie for breakfast. Say pie for breakfast!
So that's why it's sad that he's had nothing good or memorable or even entertaining since. Also, of course, I'm only watching the movies after iCarly, but I have to bring up that Spencer was in Donnie Darko in 2001. He had the illustrious role of Lanky Kid.
How can I find out what I want to be when I grow up?
So, his first role I'm going to be looking at is Holiday Road, which is just 12 bad skits, all completely unrelated, each taking place in a different month of the year. That's the only thing connecting them. This isn't a movie. It sucked. It wasn't funny. Spencer's in the October sketch. He's a masked killer that can't scare the girl he's trying to kill. That's it. There's no real punchline. The skit just ends after they hang out. And his next role in Shark Proof is actually even smaller. I missed him the first time and had to rewatch this stupid movie. Luckily, he's in an early scene, but can you blame me for missing this?
Hey, Vic, it's my beer. Oh, thanks.
The only good thing, or thing I have to say at all about this movie, is that this guy is in it. The rival suitor of Stanley Yelnats' no-good, dirty, rotten, pig-stealing great-great-grandfather from Holes. And next up is Living the Dream, which was sadly not possible for me to find, so. After that is cover versions. And normally so far in my videos, I've rewatched movies when they pop up multiple times, but I'm not gonna do that to myself this time. I already know I'm not gonna get anything new out of it. Debbie Ryan was in it, which is why I watched it in the first place for my Disney Channel star video. So if you want to hear my thoughts about this movie and Debbie Ryan's other movies, then you can go watch that video after this. And once again, like and subscribe if you're enjoying yourself. Anyways, Alex and Me is about little girls on a soccer team. And yeah, it's a movie for little girls, not for me. Spencer's the coach of the team.
Can't swallow it. I almost got a level 6 Zern off.
He's an Englishman named Nigel.
My name is Coach Nigel.
Actually, I feel like the name Nigel is so fitting for Jerry Trainer. This delivery sounds straight out of Monty Python. It actually kind of made me laugh.
Let's not bicker about who quoted who. This is supposed to be a happy practice.
But the joke with him all movie long is just weird man from England says weird English phrase.
This is a right frogging toad, isn't it? Yeah, a regular fox and hound. If I know my onions about this game, today won't turn out to be a damp squib.
Until it's revealed that he's lying about his accent.
I watched the Austin Powers movies, and well, the next thing you know, parents were hiring me to coach their kids.
And he gets kicked out of the team and the movie. Snow Day is probably the worst children's musical ever. I mean, just listen to this. That is unbearable music. This is unbearable acting.
The
And now, more than ever, he's got above average hearing and good ideas, but no follow through.
Earman gets his above average hearing from Ear Mom.
This is unbearable writing. Everything is unbearable. This might be the most cringe thing I've seen in my entire life.
Looks like it's winter school for your old pal Natalie. Snow dance?
Snow dance. 3, 5, 4, 4. You and me, I gotta make it snow. Ooh, we gotta make it fall onto the floor. Ooh, you and me, a double trouble. Bring it on down now, bring it on down now.
I'm bringing it down.
This, I think, rivals Lucic Diamond Eyes.
We're gonna go check out some little kids doing some cool stuff. My name is Lucic Diamond Eye, and this is Paul. Paul, check this out. Fucking degenerate.
And Spencer's not even funny in this. At least in the little girl soccer movie, he kind of made me laugh like twice. In this, he has an AI bird, and he's the villain snowplow man that hates children and sings a song about it.
Just can't tolerate these.
Are you weird like me and recognize this guy from his tiny role in The Office? This was maybe the hardest to watch kids movie I've ever seen. I'm usually really good about ignoring cringe, especially when I know it's for kids or whatever. You're not gonna understand how bad this music is unless I play a little bit more of each song for you.
I know I'm not the coolest guy, not the one the most girls like.
Always follow in the land. Take my advice, sometimes you kinda gotta stick it to the man.
Love is easy, man. You gotta keep it breezy, man. And then I'll leave her with a picture of me.
And his final role is a new 2025 animated Predator movie. This animation style hurt my eyes. It's like 6 frames per second. And I couldn't stand it. Plus Spencer is just additional voices anyways, along with most of the other cast. So yeah, like I said, Spencer's movie career is just kind of trash. Cover Versions, I think, is his best movie, and I couldn't even bring myself to rewatch it. So finally, we get to Sam, aka Samantha Puckett, aka Jeanette McCurdy.
She's Carly. She's Sam. Sam I am. Carly. Sam. I think they're clear.
She's actually in a movie with Spencer, a movie with Gibby, and a movie with Freddie. So I thought it'd be fun to save those for this section, since surprisingly no one else has any crossover movies. And obviously her and Carly don't have a movie together either. So in Snowflake, the White Gorilla, Freddie is Elvis and Sam is Petunia. I'm not actually going to look at this because it came out while iCarly was airing. But then again, so did the next movie. I'm still going to look at it though. One that I probably wouldn't have looked at if I didn't have nostalgia for it. Best Player with Spencer. It's a little embarrassing that I vividly remember how excited I was for this movie to come out when I was a kid. But it's even more embarrassing that I vividly remember how funny I thought this was.
What time is it? It's chicken time. What time is it? It's your time. What time is it?
Oh, this movie sucks. Oh god. Actually, this did still make me laugh though.
Who's this?
My name...
Go clean the windows.
Just Mr. Quincy.
So Spencer lives in his parents' basement and is the best in the world at this Jet Force Gemini-ass video game. And when his parents decide they're gonna sell the house, Spencer says he's gonna buy it.
I'm serious. How much? $175,000.
Okay, that's messed up. I guess this was just after 2008, but what a bleak, expensive future ahead of us. Anyways, Spencer needs to be the best at this game to get the money for the house, and along comes Sam Puckett, the other best player in the world. And they happen to be neighbors, and
Mom, your internet date is here.
Spencer falls in love with her mom and stuff. Yeah, don't watch this. I'm sure you weren't going to, but... Oh, also, this is a Nickelodeon movie. I don't remember if I mentioned it or not, but so were Nicky Deuce and Snow Day. And there's actually one more to look at still. Swindle. Actually, this was a book that I really loved as a kid, and I still remember it pretty well, and I didn't know it was made into a movie, so this is going to be pretty fun checking out the adaptation. So in the book, these friends are spending the night in an about to be demolished abandoned building that everyone thinks is haunted or something, and that's where they find this baseball card. In the movie, they just find it at one of the friends' houses, which I hate, actually. I remember the whole abandoned building thing was why I liked the start of the book so much. much. And the start of this movie would have been way better doing the same thing. The main character is actually the kid version of My Name is Earl, which is awesome because this plot is totally something that would happen in a My Name is Earl flashback episode. But yeah, they find this rare baseball card in both, and they take it to a pawn shop where Mark Ruffalo here swindles them out of this baseball card. And the card ends up being worth over $1 million. I do actually like this scene. It feels pretty much like how I remember the book feeling. So My Name is Earl assembles an Ocean's 11 style heist squad, of course, to steal back the card. One of the members is Sam, who's actually pretty funny in this. She's the drama girl of the group.
What do you think are the biggest problems plaguing society today?
Actually, Sam and Kat are both in this movie. It's pretty insane how far Ariana Grande has come compared to anyone else from iCarly or Victorious or Nickelodeon, from what I can think of. And by the way, this was originally just going to be a general Nickelodeon star video, and I wanted to include someone from iCarly, Victorious, Zoe 101, Drake and Josh, and Ned's Declassified. But I decided a Nickelodeon and a Victorious cast video kind of needed to happen because they're in so many interesting movies. So let me know if you want to see the Victorious one. I think that would be really fun. And Gibby is once again the school bully. It's crazy he was typecast this hard as school bully after not being that at all in iCarly. I love this little sneaking around sequence. It feels just like sneaking around in a video game level. Speaking of video games, Mark Ruffalo actually hops in a Discord call with XQC.
The result is irrelevant because the effort was there.
Sam's next movie is Bling, a dumb bubble-blowing baby movie. These kind of movies have to be money laundering schemes or something. I'm talking about animated kids movies that no one's ever heard of. They look disgusting, but have these huge names attached. Just like that one that Elon Musk was in with Ja Rule and some other huge names. Dick Van Dyke. Trust me, this is like the worst thing you've ever seen. But for some reason, Tom Green, Jay of Silent Bob, and Napoleon Dynamite are all in the movie. And also, Sam doesn't sound right. It's only certain laughs or inflections she does that I could even tell this was her.
But first, you have to tell me about your big Valentine's Day show.
And this movie's about her and a guy named Sam, which is kind of weird.
Sam?
And now we're on to Pet, about Charlie from Lost. I know he's in Lord of the Rings too, but I never think of him in that before I think of him in Lost. He was probably my favorite character in that TV show. And by the way, last time I brought up Lost, I had a few comments of people talking about me doing a video about Lost. I'd actually love to do that, and then I'd have an excuse to make my girlfriend watch it. Maybe I could do a season 1 video at least or something. I've never even finished that show, so I don't know. Let me know if you'd be interested or if you have any ideas for how it could be handled. I just don't know how I'd package that YouTube video. Anyways, Pet, starring Mary the Hobbit. I'm gonna call him Charlie though. Pet is about incel Charlie, who works at an animal shelter and falls in love with Sam Puckett's best friend. He starts following her around and trying to hit on her, and when she turns him down, he stalks her, kidnaps her, and locks her in a cage at his animal shelter. He's not the owner of the animal shelter, just a worker. There's just this trap door leading to a secret torture chamber. Actually, if it stayed straightforward like that, I think the movie would have been a lot better. But no, this is a wannabe plot twist horror movie. It turns out that the cage girl is schizo, and Sam is her Tyler Durden. Like, this scene is even just ripped straight from Fight Club. And it turns out that Charlie is actually the hero because the schizo girl is a serial killer. But he's still in love with her though, of course. Finally, though, we arrive at her final movie, Little Bitches, where Sam's best friends are the girl from Dope and the girl from Tell Me How I Die with Freddie.
I have to fart, but I feel like I might fart. Shit myself. Hold it in. I'm gonna hold it in. You don't want to ruin that with a little poop stain or something. You keep that in there.
This is like the first minute of the movie. I would never accept a role if I read the script and that dialogue was on the first page.
But your puffy little nipples, it's intense, okay?
Seriously, this entire movie is just sex and jokes. It's annoying and gross. Here's this montage for you. I'm sorry in advance.
Don't you hate when you're taking a shit and the tampon comes out a little? She probably just cleaned the shit out of the toilet.
Farts and Cheeto dust.
I'm spraying shit all over the sides of the toilet. You look like you're gonna shit your pants. I am gonna. I'm peeking a little bit. I do have to poop.
Never shit in a jacuzzi.
Sneeze and shit yourself on accident and slip and fall in a puddle of shitty, shit-covered rhino dicks.
Moises Arias, I don't know how to say his name. He's pretty awesome though as the drug dealer. Very believable casting.
I love food.
And Andrew Santino is in this movie as the oh so funny kid-hating comedian cop.
Just because they're on a skateboard doesn't mean they couldn't be speeding, bud.
I'm excited to make another Rogan Sphere video actually with him and Andrew Schultz and Mark Normand, and let me know in the comments who else would fit in that video. And it's also Brandon Wardell from Hive Mind and Cumtown again. This movie feels like it's trying to be the girl Superbad. Actually, wait, the movie posters are like the same thing too. So maybe it's on purpose. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like Superbad. It's all a build up to this party. Moises and Sam are going to the party together. And this was the only part I kind of laughed at, actually. Not because of the dialogue, but just because of Moises' face.
Oh, you're broad too. You look amazing naked.
And once again, we arrive at the end of one of my videos. Sad day. I wish I could get these out faster. I wish it was possible. But I'm already doing almost nothing but working on videos, and they just take long. Pretty much all I've been doing for months now is watching movies, then editing movies, then watching more movies. So until I can figure out how to, I don't know, streamline the process somehow. Or maybe if I just think of some quicker ideas even. It doesn't matter. I'm going to keep posting videos either way. And hopefully you enjoy them. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing. I can't believe how fast the channel's grown and how many of you guys look forward to my videos already. It's so sweet. So thank you so much. And again, hopefully you enjoyed.